Hello friends! In this video you'll see how the actors of the TV series Happy Days 1974-1984 changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Arthur Fuzzy Fonzarelli, Henry Winkler, is kinsman to Chachi. He always sought to maintain his tough guy status and often defended his buddies from bullies. Fonzie is an excellent motorcycle rider and is well versed in mechanics. He knows how to dance well. Patsy Weber is an employee at Cunningham and is also on good terms with Ralph and Richie. He has a somewhat ingenious nature, may not act very smart, and in some situations feel uncomfortable. Has a good voice and loves to sing. The role is played by Anson Williams. Ralph Malph, Don Most, is Richie's friend and was Olivia's boyfriend for a while. He tried to be cool, although in fights he can behave cowardly. Ralph likes to play a trick, but he is not always good at it. Chachi Arcola is Arthur's cousin and is also in a love relationship with Johnny Cunningham. He is a purposeful and quite musical guy who plays drums very well, which allowed him to get into the band. Has shoulder-length dark hair. He was played by Scott Baio. Howard Cunningham is Marion's husband and father to their 3 children. He successfully runs his own shop, Cunningham Hardware, and at the same time tries to give his children proper time. Played by Tom Bosley, who died in 2010 from a staph infection. Roger Phillips is closely related to Howard and lived with Cunninghams in the same house. He is a handsome, charismatic guy who keeps himself in a good shape. Roger is good at basketball, which he teaches to Jefferson High School students, played by Ted McGinley. Ashley Pfister has a close family relationship with Heather and is independently raising her after her divorce from her lover. She has pretty features and a warm smile. Had a love affair with Arthur Fonzarelli, often wears stud earrings, played by Linda Pearl. Cowboy is a boy with pleasant features, brown eyes and blonde hair. He loves Halloween and like many children he goes from house to house getting sweets, which he loves very much. He has a pirate pillow with which he often goes to bed, played by Scott Marshall. Johnny Swed is in the US Navy and wears a navy blue uniform over a white t-shirt and a matching cap. He has good physical fitness and tries to carry out assignments properly. He wears a mechanical watch on his left hand. The role was played by Daryl Morey. Olivia Amy Earring was in a romantic relationship with Ralph Malph. She's a confident girl who values herself and also knows how to stand up for it. Olivia cannot stand being deceived, especially by guys, and tries to end the relationship with such. Mark is one of the inhabitants of Orc. He has a strange greeting gesture and not everyone understands how to properly greet him. Walks in a red suit with silver elements. Played by Robin Williams, who passed away in 2014 from Lewy body dementia. Wendy Mr Rowe is an employee of Arnold's Drive-In and works alongside Marcia Sims. She's a pretty and eccentric girl with a pleasant light shades of hair. At work, she wears a blue and white uniform and often smiles at clients. Shirley Finney is an old friend of Laverne DeFazio, with whom she also shares a house. She has a laconic and cheerful nature, but can also show some strictness. Shirley is quite friendly and smiling girl who acts honestly. The role is played by Cindy Williams. Donald Hedges is in the US Army and time after time conducts training among recruits, one of whom was Ralph Malph. He is a rather demanding and strict person with an attentive look. Sometimes he walks with a pointer. The role is played by David Ketchum. Marion Cunningham is an attentive and loving wife to Howard and a good mother to their children. She copes well with household chores, knows how to cook well, and has a good sense of humor, sometimes capable of acting recklessly. The role was played by Marion Ross. Richie Cunningham, Ron Howard, is Arthur's best friend and also later became the husband of Lori Beth Allen and the father of their child. He is distinguished by masculinity, conscientiousness, and Richie is the person you can rely on, has an interest in writing. Al Delvecchio is the new owner of Arnold's Drive-In. He has a somewhat overweight build and preferred to work in a white apron, often complained about the business. Played by Al Molinaro, who died in 2015 from complications of gallbladder infection. Roberta Melinda Knott was briefly romantically involved with Arthur Fonzarelli. She is distinguished by a taut, slender figure and rather tall stature. Likes to wear a neat chain with a pendant around her neck. Roberta has hair below her shoulders. Lori Beth Allen was in a romantic relationship with Richie Cunningham, which later developed into a marriage. She likes to pin a flower brooch to her shirt instead of a tie, and often tied a scarf around her neck, wears short haircuts. Played by Linda Goodfriend. Jenny Piccolo, Kathy Silvers, is a good friend of Johnny Cunningham and was a role model for her, but not always a good one. She is a smiling girl with full hair who often liked to pin up her hair with a bow clip on the side, has a strong interest in guys. Army Sergeant Bachelor is an American soldier who is attached to a recruiting office and is recruiting. Sometimes he likes to mock conscripts because of his personal antipathy to them, played by Warren Berlinger, who passed away from cancer in 2020. Nancy Croft is the cousin of Harold, California kid. She is passionate about water subjects, which is why she entered the University of Los Angeles, where she studies the specialty of oceanography. Has light curly hair. The role is played by Talia Balsam. Rocco Baruffi, Ken Lerner, along with his brother, competed against Arthur in the derby competition. He could sometimes act a little stupid, as well as do mean things, but he was also a skilled driver in races to the bottom, liked to wear leather jackets. Chuck Cunningham, Gavin O'Herlihy, is the firstborn to Marion and Howard. He enjoys sports, especially basketball, which he can play for hours. His characteristic feature is the presence of freckles on his face and red hair. Has an excellent appetite. Beg Zombrowski, Neil J. Schwartz, is on good terms with Potsy and Richie. He's not an exemplary guy, and not infrequently, together with his friends, he can participate in various adventures, knows how to play the drums well, and often performs as part of a band. Lauren DeFazio has a close friendship with Shirley Finney. She has a somewhat tough and determined nature. Lauren likes to wear clothes with the initial of the first letter of her name, played by Penny Marshall, who died of a heart failure in 2018. Heather Pfister is Ashley's native daughter. She's an adorable blonde-haired girl who is often seen with two braided pigtails or loose hair, wary of her mother's new love interest, played by Heather O'Rourke, who died in 1988 of intestinal stenosis. Matsuo Arnold Takahashi owns Arnold's Drive-In and is on good terms with Arthur. He is good at karate, speaks not bad Japanese, and doesn't like to clean up, played by Pat Morita, who died in 2005 of kidney failure. Kathleen Marshall, is a cute kid with a slim build and long blonde hair that she likes to wear in her hairdress. She enjoys Halloween and often dresses up in a fairy princess costume on this day, decorated with flowers, and also adds the image with a crown. Johnny Cunningham is one of 3 children of the Cunninghams and the lover of Chachi. She's an energetic girl who can often speak out rather harshly. She has a habit of sucking thumb when it's nervous, played by Erin Moran, who died of throat cancer in 2017. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.